Extent that we here in the village are like, oh God, please let it stop for now, because since yesterday actually it began raining at around what time was it? Yeah, the time that I was streaming, it was around let me try to remember the time. I finished, okay, actually at around midnight. It was almost one, no, was it almost? I do not really remember the exact time that it began raining, but it was when I was streaming, it was raining, and then it gets to a point, slows down, or maybe at times stops, and then again it continues. So last night it rained massively, but I'll say it rained massively, and then you see there is no evidence that it rained. Look at that. So we live on the uppermost side, and then the water flows this way to the lower side. So there are streams on the other far end. So that is where this water flows to. There is a video actually that I'm uploading right now on YouTube, whereby I went to a certain and I'm saying this because by the time you'll be watching this, maybe you would have already watched that video. So there is a river that we visited. It was massively raining, massively. I'm not sorry. The water was massive. Yeah, a lot of water. So today we are out. A very fresh new day. Another day to say thank you to God, our Creator. To be alive is not, I do not take it for granted. It's really a nice day. Yeah, the sun is out, but a very few hours from now, you see how clear the sky is. See how beautiful everything is. So in a few hours time, it will be raining massively, and you wouldn't recognize this place anymore. Yeah. So I can see there are people here working. Yeah, they're carrying what we call sand soil, and I can hear a few of them saying they want to run away very fast before they are seen on camera. So my plan is actually not to capture anybody, unless maybe they're chicks like this ones over here. Very beautiful, very white. Yeah, this is the second time I'm seeing them. Very nice, very nice, amazing. So this is life in the village. Welcome. My name is Eno Mark 29, and we are here talking about life in the village. Yeah, I can see some men walking over here. They're carrying what we call sand soil. Maybe somebody somewhere is constructing a house, and that is the reason as to why they are here. Akio mongwano ai to koriyo kambora ri wande to kambe kwevet ena to koriyo chmata kambora kandingo kori sawa na wako ndingi nonde sawa. Okay, so friend, the thing is, this guy over here is a great farmer. Yeah, though for now he's working on a different job. So he told me he's a great farmer, and we are supposed to make a video of his farming skills. So I've talked to him. The conversation was very short. Yeah, it began with the greetings, and then I asked him when I'll come to film his great farming skills. He told me he'll create time. So right now he's working. I cannot disturb him from working. So we'll create time, and then we'll make the video. Yeah, so this life in the village. Yeah, I can see my hair is really grown. So I'm supposed to see a barber either today, because tomorrow the guy who normally shaves me, tomorrow is his resting day. Yeah, he goes to church on Saturday, so he will not be available tomorrow. And also Sundays are busy. The weekends also are very busy for me. So friend, here we are in the village. I've never actually used this path before. Yeah, look how amazing this village is. So there is a path over here, but looks like it leads to somebody's homestead, which we normally try to avoid as much as possible. Yeah, look at this. Very green, very amazing. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So there's somebody working in the farm. She's seen me with this camera and she's turned her back. Wakire. Yes, we have to greet her even though she doesn't want to appear on camera, which is very okay. Yeah, you see, it's actually, somebody can sue you for filming them without either them accepting you to do it. So it can land you in trouble. Anyway, friend, look at that. Yeah, so I want to find a way to go down this hill. You see, I want to go to the other side. Yeah. So I've never used this. Like I told you earlier on, I've never been here. So we want to go to the other side of the hill. Yeah, so now I've got to a point whereby there is a path over here. We used it the last time we went down the hill and then we got lost somewhere. Yeah, so today we'll not use it, we'll try a new one. Let's head this way. So there is one leading to that is the church on that other side. There is a church over there. So we used this one last time. So the last time we actually came from here, up here, and then we went down. So we never came from here. So today we came from the other side. Now we are heading this way. Amazing. Yeah, it's very muddy actually. Yeah. Which is expected of whenever it rains, very big rains. So this also somebody's homestead, but looks like the owner maybe does not stay there, or maybe it actually looks like it's new. There is another one over here, another one over here. This is why I normally tell you, like in a few years time, this village will have so many houses, so many homesteads. Look at that. Goats grazing, goats and cows. Yeah, I remember there is also a day that we used this path ahead here. So I think now the path that I'm using does not really like cut across. No, it does actually. I've seen somewhere over here. Let's get there. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there is a day I was trying to follow those cables to find out where the problem is. So the problem was actually sorted, the electricity problem. It was sorted the other day. So right now, as we are speaking, right now we have electricity in our place. Also, I believe each and every person that is connected in this region of this village, they all have electricity. So which is a good thing. You see, we were normally used to it, and then all of a sudden it's no longer there. Wakire, it's no longer there, so we have to, like, it was a challenge to us, but now we have it and we are very, very happy for that. So friend, here we are live in the village. very early morning. So here we have a lot of farming. This Napier, it has been weeded actually. I can see people working in the farms. Look at that. Yeah, they are weeding the Napier. This cow food. So now we've got to the point that I told you. This path does not really cut through to the other side. So one leads to the lower side and then the other leads to the upper side. So what we'll do is, because we made so many videos on the upper side, so what we'll do is head to the lower side. So friend, here we are to the lower side of the village. Yeah, you see that person over there? That person has what we call solar panel. Yeah, you can see it on the roof. And then he is also connected to the electricity. So the advantage he has is, when we now, the people who normally depend on electricity fully, when we were struggling with it, that person had what we call energy in his house, which is a good thing. I also plan, like, in future I want to also get electricity, get solar panels, because they are normally very helpful in such situations whereby you are not connected. So also today, friend, the path that I'm using looks like it leads to nowhere. So what I'll do is, this is somebody's farm. What I'll do is, okay, let me ask that man. Hi Musa. Wakire. Njera nera aboli. Gatirimo kachumade. Iko nero. So I was actually confirming if there is a way, though I do not really look at this. It looks like very few people use it. I think this is their farm. Yeah. Wow, look at this. It came into contact with my arm and then it's very itchy. Wow. I know it, but I never saw it. We call it risa in my language. Whenever it comes to contact with your skin, it's really itchy, very itchy. I feel like scratching my finger right now. Okay, so that is carrying a banana stem. It's normally good for the cows. It all meat fail, and then it is, so he's taken the upper. Yeah, now I have to be very careful. So he's taken the upper side, and now maybe later on he'll come for the other. Now this Napier, wow, this thing is really itchy, man. Yeah, if maybe you happen to be in the village like me, you have to be very careful with these live fences. Look at that. So what I was saying is, this Napier looks old, so the owner is supposed actually to like dig it out, and then yeah, I've seen something go into, yeah, I saw something go into that Napier and then it disappeared. Something that looked like maybe a lizard or maybe a mouse. Okay, I'm not really sure what it was, but I saw some movement. Yeah, so friend, because we were told there is a way over here, we will follow it to the other side. Yeah, life in an African village. Just slowly, no hurry. You see this village over here. Whenever I pass by, I see very many houses that looks like the owners are not around. Look at this one over here. Looks like the owner is not around. Also on this other side, we have a similar scenario, situation whereby, look at that. Yeah, the roof is almost even coming out. Yeah, if we have too much winds, they'll carry away those iron sheets. If maybe the owner does not really act on time, if maybe he or she is alive. You see at times people can pass on and then they leave their houses and then, yeah, look at this. This is somebody's piece of land. They planted corn and the corn is not really looking good on the upper side. Looks like it wasn't even planted, so the lower side has some good corn and some look like they will not really be good when they mature. But that is also expected with farmers, because at times you suffer losses. Yeah, that is expected, because farming is also like another business. I do not really like this, that I'm walking on somebody's piece of land. Yeah, you see there's that we call corn and beans. Yeah, this is somebody's piece of land. So also there is, I told you, those are the effects of heavy rains. The bananas falling. Yeah, that is sugarcane. So this village is known as Mwamosioma, found in Nyamira County. See that? It's a banana on the roof. So when I'll be coming back, I'll definitely not use this route. I'll use a different one, because this one looks like I'm walking on somebody's piece of land. It's like now the only people who actually use this path here are the owners of this piece of land, not villagers. Life in the village. Yes, friend, you can also put on the comment section what you like about this village. What have you seen that is good about this village? So that is where the electricity cables run up to. They do not come to this other side. Because that other side also, there are no people living here. Unless now after we cross, I believe there is a river down here. So after maybe we cross the river and then get to the other side of the hill, is whereby we'll get electricity. So here we are, trying to find our way. Now what we'll do is, friend, we'll try to move from here where we are standing and then get to that other side. You see that other side? Yeah, that is where I want us to go to. And maybe see how people over there are living. Yeah. Yeah, see, look at this. You see this corn over here? it's not doing really well compared to the other side, because on the other side there is sun. So this other side there is no sun, which this is an indication that I almost tripped. So this is an indication that plants also need sunlight, like we, to grow. So sunlight is like medication. Not like, but sunlight is medicine. You see, right now I'm walking under the sun, and it's amazing, very nice, enjoying the walk in the village. So this is what you should also do, like every day ensure that you walk under the sun. You see, there were times that I never liked sun, like at all, ever. And also that time actually I had some skin issues, real skin issues. So immediately I began, there were things on my neck that I never liked, and my neck was really very bad. Yeah. So immediately I began walking under the sun, like enjoying the sun. Yeah, my skin began healing, and right now I believe I'm okay. Yeah, so I do not really get the time to look at it, but I used to scratch it. So I used to scratch my neck, especially on this front side. But when I began walking under the sun, it's like I healed completely. I never took okay. During that time when I was having skin issues, I used to go to the doctors, dermatologist every now and again, and they would give me medicine. At times I used to go to chemists, they would give me medication, and I take it, and then there is nothing was happening actually. So I spent a lot of money on my skin, on my neck actually. But I came to realize that the medication that I used to take, even consultation I used to, but the real medicine is sun. Very free. You do not pay for it, not even a single coin. And now here we are, very okay. So there's a guava plant over here, but they do not look mature enough for I to eat them. And then somebody like covered this path over here with the branches. Yeah, that is the reason as to I told you. It's like nobody uses this path. Very few people. Now here we are in a woodly area. Although there are houses on the other side. You can hear the birds. Now listen. What can you hear, friend? The quietness, the peace. Yeah, it's like the birds are singing for us some sweet melodies. I even want to find a place and sit and then have some quietness before we proceed. But we are working, so we have to move on. Even though we enjoy the peace that is here, we have to move so that Remember, we are not supposed to forget why we are here. We are here to find out how the people here live in next village. So yesterday we went very far. Actually, at night I really had it difficult streaming, but I believe nobody realized. I was really very look at this water. I was very tired last night. Yeah, water flowing beside a river. This is the reason as to why I'm telling you, friend. It rained like nobody's business. I do not even know where this water is coming from, because this place, it does not look like there is a... And the funny thing is, water is flowing on this side of the road, and also water is flowing on this side of the road. So both sides actually have water. Tell me this place is not blessed. Tell me and I'll show you again. Like, this is a road. Look at that. And then we have water here. Water on the other side, also water on the road. Look at that. So friend, you cannot really convince me that this place is not blessed. So we have a path over here, but looks like it leads to somebody's homestead. So we will try to get a different path and then go up this area. So we are coming from this area. So I'm not really sure if this is the same village with this one over here. Yeah, it might be, because at times a road normally divides villages at times, not always. But I believe this village here is the same. It's same to this. Yeah, water on this other side as well. I love this place. For real. I love this place. So friend, there is a path over here, and there is another one on the where you can see that man coming from. So I'm trying to see, normally when I have these walks, I normally guess like which path should I use, this one or this one, and my instincts are telling me to use this other one over here where I've seen somebody coming from. So that is what I'll do, use this one over here and then try to get to the other side. So here we are. I hope it does not lead to that house that I'm trying to avoid. Yeah, see that? So there is a house ahead of me. Yeah, obviously there is tea, and then there is Napier, and on the other far end there is banana plantation. Look at how green this area is. There's somebody dug holes. I believe maybe he is planning to. Yeah, obviously the holes were dug by a man, not a lady. So I believe he is planning maybe to plant bananas. I've seen somebody on that other side really staring at me like, where is that guy going? Yeah, I'm also not sure where we are headed to, but we will continue with our walk. Yeah, today actually, friend, I wanted to like do a video just around our compound, and then I thought the rains might come very soon. So because we have the sun and we have time, why don't we create videos here, and then maybe when there is too much rain we can create the videos while at home. Yeah, look at that. You see, whenever you see this grass growing this tall, it's an indication that these people do not have what we call cows. And what I was fearing of is this path might lead to somebody's homestead. Okay, let's go and find out. Wow, look at that. Yeah. Food everywhere. Yeah, so that person also has what we call cows. So I have no idea what this is, but it looks like a washroom. And yeah, that structure over there. So there's a cows grazing outside. Yeah, my fear was this path would lead to this homestead, but fortunately for us, there is also another path over here. Look at that drum, it's full of water, I'm telling you. Right now everybody here nobody actually in this village or in this region, actually, Gusii region, nobody can complain and say, oh, we have no water. Yeah, we've been supplied a lot of water by our Creator. So friend, looks like we are going down the hill. Oh, poa sana. Yeah. Yeah, so friend, that was a guy who thought maybe I was dealing with electricity issues. Now what we'll do is we have a path over here which looks like it's leading to the river, down the river, and then we have a different one over here which I have no idea where it leads to, but definitely not to somebody's compound, because we are from the similar place, like down the river. Now let's head this way. So friend, this area looks very, very quiet. Yeah, the guy actually came to me and told me, I've seen you with a camera and then you're taking videos, and then asked me, yeah, I believe you heard him calling me from behind. And then I told him, no, what we are doing here is just taking videos for YouTube. Yeah, and showing the world how we live on this other side. So which is, and he told me, do not be afraid. I told him, no, I'm not actually afraid, because I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm actually filming myself walking in the village. So that is what I told him. So this is life in the village, and we are trying to find out how people are living over here. Amazing, amazing. So also friend, when you come across this video, kindly subscribe. Yeah, subscribe, support us. Yeah, the supports that we really need at right like as of now is you subscribing. So if you come across it for the first time, kindly subscribe. Yeah, it's a homestead. Another one over there. It looks like it's leading to where really? Up the hill? Okay, obviously this is what we wanted. So homesteads everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, it's like actually I'm alone in this village because of the quietness. Though we have people around, though like these two houses, there are two houses on this side. They look like nobody lives there. Okay, I'm not sure about that because there is a lot of grass grown. So when you come across a homestead with very long grass, yeah, this one over here obviously has somebody. The grass is short and also there. Looks like they have chicks outside. Look at that. Very tall grasses in homesteads. Friend, looks like I'll obviously have to go down the hill. Like because if maybe we head to the upper side, we'll definitely end up going back to where we've come from, this other side. You see that place? That is where we've come from. So if we head this way, definitely we'll end up going back to where we came from. So we have to again go down the hill, the place that we were trying to avoid. We are forced now to use it. Like we have to use it. Yeah, look at this. You see this corn and beans planted over here, similar to this other side, though this person over here has not weeded. And we have a lot of grass over here. Yeah, look at this. Looks like people here do not have cows. If they had them, this grass couldn't have grown this big. And I can see a grandmother somewhere in the farm. So we are going down the hill. As much as we were trying to avoid it, we are on it anyway. Yeah. And I also hope that you and your family, you and your people are doing great. Oh, and I actually get the reason as to why that man was asking me about he thought maybe I was working with the company that supplies electricity in my country. Now I've understood the reason as to why he was asking me, because this area looks like there is no what we call electricity. Yeah, so that is the reason as to why I was curious. Like he told me, I've seen you with a camera capturing everywhere, so what's your deal? I told him actually I'm taking these videos for YouTube, and he told me, oh, I thought you were working with a certain company that supplies electricity in this country. I told him no, and he told me, oh, do not be afraid. Yeah, I just wanted to know what you're doing. Yeah, anyway, I can see a certain lady over here collecting firewood. Yeah. You see, firewood is actually because there is no what we call electricity, and then obviously there are very few people who might be using what we call gas. So then the thing is like almost 95% or maybe 90, they depend on firewood. Yeah, so like you have to fetch them for you to eat. If you don't, then definitely you will have nothing to eat. Like here, so that is the deal. Like you have to get the firewood so that you can eat. So it looks like I'm approaching a road or what ahead of me. Okay, yeah, there is a road over here. Is it a road or a path? Okay, when we get there, then we'll. And also, the funny thing is, friend, you see, a few years back, there used to be like, yeah, I'm worried about, there is some corn planted here, and then there is a lot of shade. So I'm worried of, will they actually germinate? And it looks like it's the first time this person did this, because corn under a shade, they never do really well. They never. So what I was saying is, friend, a few years ago, a few years back, people used to farm what we call millet, including my family, a few years back. But nowadays, they do not farm them anymore. So is it that maybe okay, according to my mother, when I asked her, like, why don't you farm millet anymore, she told me it never used to work well, like it never used to grow. It stopped growing, and then maybe the production was very little. You like a very big farm and then you harvest very little, so that can kill your morale. So I can see somebody walking in the street. Yeah. Looks like this path leads. Yeah, it looks like there is a path below here. Yeah, I was wondering, like, how come that person is walking in such an area? So it looks like I'm leading. We are heading to that same area. So there is a river over here. And then looks like there is a path that leads out of the river, so we'll have to like jump to the other side. So obviously in such areas you have to be very careful. Because the guy that I saw has disappeared. I have no idea where to. I've had to jump that. So friend, looks like this is a path. It was somewhere what I used to pass through. Okay, let's try it out. Okay. I'm not really sure if there is a path over here. But let us try it out and maybe see where it leads to. Yeah, looks like there is no path here, but definitely we will find one, and let's hope that the one that we find does not lead into somebody's homestead. So here, friend, there is a tea plantation. Yeah, and it looks like there is a path to the other side, and then do we really have another one over here? It looks like there is one over here. So let's try this one and see where we will end. Life in the village. That place. Anyway. So friend, what do you like about this environment? And maybe when you if you are watching this, friend, tell me what has maybe impressed you, or tell me where this video is not really doing great, so that we can improve on that, about how we take our videos here in the village. I cannot even see where we are coming from because that area is woodly. Look at that. So what we are going to do here is, from here we will try to locate where a road is, because the road can actually give me a bearing of where I'm supposed to go to, or where I'm supposed to get to. I believe I've come from a very far place and I have no idea where this is. So we have two paths over here, one on this side, the other on this side. Though the one that is on my left looks like people no longer use it, so they use the one that is on the left hand side. The right hand looks like nobody uses it. So friend, after here I'm trying to locate a road. So I believe if we head straight up, we might come across a road. So let's do it. Here we come. Yeah, there is a loquat plant over there, and there is an avocado plant. So why is there such a big path over here? Because on the other side we have trees. Okay, let's try. Maybe we can find a way out. Yeah, look at that. Very, very tall trees. Is there a path really? No. No, there is no path here. So we'll have to go back. So this person has also planted trees. Amazing. So these are blue gum trees. Yeah, they are everywhere. You see that? Those are blue gum trees everywhere. And these trees actually normally they absorb a lot of water. A lot. Real. Trust me when I say a lot. You see like this one over here. It was actually one. And they cut it. You see there is a... Yeah. Over there. They cut it and then it decided like I'll grow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they cut one. It brought out 10 branches. So in the future actually these ones over here, if they are left, they'll definitely end up growing so big. So I believe that is the reason as well, because the people here prefer growing them, because they, after you cut it, it regrows. It's not similar to, let me show you a certain tree that whenever you cut it, at times it's impossible for it to regrow or bring branches out. This one over here, you see this one? It's very hard for it to, after you cut it, it's very hard to grow again. Yeah. So it looks like this person over here planted, there is an area over there. This person planted what we call napier, and then maybe there was no fertilizer, so they actually, they never even grew. It's like they are stuck. Yeah, this looks like people pass here, though very few. So it's an indication that there is a path. Yeah. And the grass here is also shorter, which shows they have animals. If not cows, they have goats or sheep. Wow, look at that corn, very healthy. Amazing. And on the other side, that is napier. Though from a distance, somebody might think that is what we call rice. Yeah. Alright. Life in the village. As well, so that house over there has no, looks like the owner does not live around. And also this a latrine. Like it's very important, very, very important to have a latrine in a homestead. Yeah, there is a gate over here. You see, whenever you come across a gate that leads to a homestead, at times it's an indication that we might be heading into somebody's property or what. Okay, let's try it out. Yeah, so friend, we've not yet got to the upper side, so we are still trying to get there. So while I was coming up, there is a certain lady who has come out very fast, maybe to confirm who's this talking, maybe talking to himself. Yeah, there's some goods over there. And she came out very fast, and then she went back. So we are still, these houses as well, they look like nobody stays here. Also the one that is next to it, so you see at times the houses that we normally come across, and then maybe they have nobody around. At times these people actually are living in the city, or maybe towns, not a must it is in the city, but mostly you find that people move them from the village and then go to the city. You see, there is a time that I said here on our videos that growing up, people in the village, like almost everybody, believes that I'll go to school, get good education, maybe primary, secondary, the guy or the lady used to school in the village. So now when time comes, maybe when going to college, they maybe go to maybe Nairobi, Nakuru, Eldoret and such cities. So after that, people believe that after college, if you come to the village, you'll end up being unemployed. So what do? They decide to go to the city, stay there, and then maybe hustle, and maybe some get lucky and then they are employed. So friend, I'm very surprised that we've come to this place, because we passed here a few weeks ago, this exact place, because this house was being, like the roof was being put on this house. I believe, yeah, we came from this side. So obviously we'll not film here. We'll go and then begin filming from somewhere else. So that time we actually went this way. So this time we'll begin filming when we go that way, towards my left hand side. Okay. So friend, the last time that we were here, we went that way. And then we followed, there is a road that is cutting across this place. So today, we will use this road over here. So this is, yeah, look at that. There is a lot of water. Also on the other side. So somebody told me there is an office somewhere here that belongs to a chief. Now a chief of this area. This area is actually massive. You see, I never really knew that chiefs are normally like administer very big places, maybe regions, very big. So I never knew. Then somebody told me that is what normally happens. Like a chief is in charge of a very big area. So this area here, there is also another area, like they divide it now. It's divided into around, is it 3 or even 4? Yeah, so the chief administers a very big area, region. That is their work. And then they have what we call assistant. So also the assistant chiefs, also they have very big regions. So I never knew until recently. And I thought a chief used to maybe lead, maybe administer a village, a very small region. But I came to realize the chiefs are in charge of very big areas, regions. So I never knew that. And maybe if you also never knew that, now you know. So now finally we found a road, friend. Yeah, I told you, after we find a road, we'll definitely find our bearing. So we've never used this road before. This is our first time. And I believe if we follow it, we'll end up on beside there is a certain school that is known as Kebirichi. So I believe we will end there. So we are coming from this side. You can hear a vehicle approaching from behind me. So it might be a vehicle carrying, maybe going to ferry tea. Okay, let's wait and see. So this is somebody's gate, or this leads to somebody's compound, a homestead. Yeah, we also used to like have a gate that was made of timber. It's very common here in the village. So that vehicle is actually carrying cement, very heavy. I believe maybe they are coming from a shop and somebody's building. This area is slopey, so I have to be very careful. Maybe and there is also a corner behind me. Maybe a vehicle might come and I do not realize it. Anyway, friends, so here we are, hoping that we will find our way to Kibirichi. Kibirichi has no secondary actually. It's Kibirichi primary and the junior secondary. So the people here also looks like the electricity actually. There is a building that we saw earlier on. Looks like the electricity ends there. So these people towards now I can see some cables on the lower side. So maybe the people on this side have no access to electricity. But the good thing is nowadays you can buy. You see somebody like ways between getting connected to electricity. It costs like how much? Around $150. Yeah, around there. Somewhere $150, $160 around there dollars to get or to be connected to electricity. So somebody who is like do I really need to maybe get the whole 150 or maybe one something dollars? Do I really need to get that? So somebody weighs that and then decides like what I'll do is I'll buy a solar panel and then buy a battery, a dry cell, no, not dry cell, yeah, battery. That is the common name that we normally use. So somebody decides like I'll buy solar and then buy the battery so that I connect it myself, because I do not have the whole 100 and something dollars. So it's much easier and cheaper. Also, remember when you have electricity, you have to pay monthly. Now assume maybe you're not employed somewhere where you will be getting a certain, maybe if you like use let's say maybe $5 or $5 on that is actually too much. Maybe $3 on electricity per month. So and then you have nowhere to get that money from. So what will you do? How will you survive? You see? So those are the things that people normally consider. So maybe I get $200 and then I got it once, maybe by either maybe selling your land or maybe selling trees, or you sold something and then you got that money. So then you have no power, no electricity. What will you do? So you can buy solar panel and then your battery, and then life will continue. So these people here, now this there is a certain house, a very nice house on the other side, very nice. So these people have what we call electricity. Amazing, amazing, amazing. there's a house here that looks very tiny. Inside here, very tiny. This is their entrance. I believe this compound is very huge. So that tiny house maybe belongs to that might be servant's quarter, and then the big house is over here. This place looks very fine. I can hear like the people trying to fix iron sheets. Yeah? And that house looks new, so they are fixing iron sheets, or maybe changing. Either changing or fixing. Amazing. So friends, very soon we are about to end this video, but we obviously will not end it before we find our way. So we'll first find our way and then we will end the video. But until then, we are on with our video. Look at this place. Yeah, very nice place. The area is moorland. Look at this, very good moorland, and then houses next to the road. It's amazing. Yeah, people have built very serious houses here, and they've fenced. Look at that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Very nice. I just like what I'm seeing around this area. So also this person over here is constructing, putting a perimeter wall on his compound. Yeah, it's very good for security reasons because he is staying next to a road, and you see here, staying next to a road, you're very vulnerable to anything that might happen during the night. You see, very serious people here. Yeah, and also on the other side, let me show you from this. So friend, look at that. So we've actually, we came from that hill over there. That is where our home is. Wow. So now we are on this side. Look at that. This is the area that I was talking about. Like these people here, they've really fenced their homesteads. Very serious about it. Yeah, that is security. Security for you. Also, we have a different hill over here. Actually, last time we were on that side. See that hill over there? That is the place where we were the last time that we visited this region. But we never used this road here, main road. So friend, from here what I can say is I can locate where we are coming from. I can locate where we are supposed to head to. So this is where we will do what? End our today's video. So thank you very much, friend. Thank you for taking your time to watch this. Kindly subscribe, support us by subscribing. See you on our next video. My name is Ino Mark 29, and it's a bye for now. Take care of yourself.